1 week from now, 1 week till March 8th, 2024, the NHL Trade Deadline begins. In 1 week, yet again, our Anaheim Ducks will be sellers. And I know most of you hoping it would not be a repeat of last season in regards to the NHL trade deadline. Looks like certain changes will be becoming a reality and inevitable. Let's begin with the honest question going forward. What will the Ducks get in return? I know many of you have speculated and talked about what picks and prospects and so on, but the question I ask to all of you is, what are the Anaheim Ducks' needs right now? Well, the needs is basically everything. I mean everything. I'm not going to basically sugarcoat it, but if our team is to improve, is to get something going, because falling into bad habits is really some of the things that, for all of us, in watching the Anaheim Ducks, supporting and cheering this team, know full well is defensive breakdowns and mental mistakes can go beyond annoying, go beyond being frustrating and disappointing sometimes. I mean, what can I say? Then, with our Ducks being the sellers, they need to utilize the hockey trades that they will, and I know they will pull the trade trigger on to ensure that it benefits our Anaheim Ducks in the long term. Three things, and here are the three things I will tell you. Number one, if our Anaheim Ducks are to go for, let's say, a trade in one of the players rumored to be on the trade front or the trade bait or whatever sports media will call it, whether it be Adam Henrique, Frank Vetrano, Ilya Lyubushkin, or John Gibson. The thing I believe the Ducks need right now, well, not right now, but you know what I'm getting at, are players. Players that can jump in and improve this team. That can basically, as I said last season, light that fighting spirit, reignite it, maybe get something going, who knows. Bringing in new players could help uh, revitalize this team more, going through this rebuilding, revival phase that we are seeing right now in the Mighty Ducks, Anaheim Ducks 30th anniversary season. Can be a pain in the neck many times. The inconsistencies and bringing in new players, new blood can hopefully turn things around with the 30th anniversary season of our team winding down in a month or so. The only drawback is the Ducks at times will get rental players, which is why the Ducks, if they are to make a trade for a player, they should demand that there should be no rental players, no players on expiring contracts. There's no way you can or have any players on expiring contracts. Therefore, as I said, if you're going to have a player on an expiring contract, they will become a UFA, and they will sign elsewhere, which it has happened a few times, which is why getting players on existing contracts or becoming an RFA can benefit our Ducks in the long run. Secondly, in regards to getting prospects, in my own opinion, the Ducks should at least pass on prospects. I know what you guys are going to say. Moose, why pass on prospects? There's a lot of young talent out there. Well, here's the thing. Olin Zellweger, Nathan Gauthier, Brandon Tracy, Nolan Warren, Tristan Lanoux. The Ducks prospect pool is very full and overflowing. Adding more, in my own opinion, would not make any sense. Which is why I believe the Ducks should focus on getting some regular roster players or maybe some picks in general. Speaking of picks, in regards to the Ducks getting some picks, I really have no preference on what draft pick the Ducks should get, whether it be a later round, i.e., a seventh round pick, or all the way up to a first round pick. I personally believe that the Ducks, whatever pick they get in a trade at the NHL Trade Deadline Day, would again benefit our team in the long run and in the Ducks' future as a whole. So, those are my three things that I hope the Ducks would go for in their wants and needs going forward. Who knows, as I say. Ducks general manager Pat Verbeek is a very, I wouldn't say a very silent guy, but someone who keeps his cards close to his heart. So the next week or so, next few days, I hate to sound cliche, but we got to wait and see.